Hello everyone and welcome to TNT. This is the Tuesday Night Truck League and we're here at Martinsville. We have a wonderful .52 paperclip oval racing here tonight. I am excited to see what everyone can do. We have a large field of drivers, I believe almost 20 at this point. I think we're all the way up to 19 so far. We still got a minute left in practice before we head on out to our qualifying session. We're going to have a little bit of qualifying and we get to see who is going to be able to top this extremely difficult short track here tonight. So far, it has been Sean Howell dominating the practice session until just recently when Brendan Half came in. And, well, let's just say that he topped it by a tenth. Exactly. So, well, we just hit 8 o'clock, and it is going to be now a minute before we switch on over to our, let's see, qualifying, and then we'll be heading into our race and get to see how that is all going to play out. So, let's go ahead and take a look in the field and see how everyone is doing. So, here we are with the Highfields Golf Club 100. That is going to be our race name here tonight on the iRacing.com motorsports platform. That's where these guys have been doing their sim racing here in TNT. We're following along in currently 7th position with the 26 of Derek Stanley as we round out our qualifying here at this tight paperclip oval. Yeah, this has been a very common thing to see so far the entire time, is drivers just slamming into the wall. It's essentially just unavoidable. A lot of these guys have been kind of just going at it, and as it's the practice session, everyone's getting a bit to the point where they just want to crash into each other, especially now that practice is officially over. So, before we head now into our qualifying session, and it looks like time has reset, so we're going to be a little bit lighter before we head into the night to go into our race, I do want to give a bit of a word of warning here to anyone that has joined us so far. There is going to be a set end time if we don't finish up the race beforehand of 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The race will be finished. I'm not going to be streaming past that. I do have to get up at extremely early hours in the morning, and well, I like my paying job. So, all right, we're going to head now into our qualifying session as Brady Floyd is now going to be starting his first lap. Let's follow along with him and see how he does here at Martinsville. So heading now into the back. Okay. Looks like Brady is not going to continue to set times. We're following with Brett Murphy in the number 64 Ford F-150 as he starts his first time. I believe this might be his... Yep, he's starting his first time now. All right, let's see how he does right now as Brady Floyd is currently leading. Heading down the backstretch, you can see you have to like get really on the throttle and then slam hard on those brakes to try to get around that tight hairpin corner. And you have to do that twice per lap. And there's going to be 100 laps here tonight. So, hard turning left 200 times. I think these guys are going to get their arms just a little bit tired with how long you have to hold these corners. I mean, they're taking these corners still at like 60 miles an hour. They're going fast. Probably about 140 down the stretch, I believe, if not a little bit higher. As Mitchell Muma currently leads in first place position in that number 30. We're going to pop over to... who do we pop over to? Pop over to the 48 here of Quinn Gingrich as he's in his number 48 Chevrolet Silverado. I've been doing so much Cup broadcasting recently that I wanted to say Camaro when I said Chevrolet, but no. That is the Silverado, and it looks like he just finished up his time and finishes 6th for the moment. We're going to keep following along, though, as Jeremy Jones crosses the line in 10th, as Brady Floyd has been moved down into 3rd. Second place being taken up by Derek Stanley. Clint Spillman also finished up his times. It looks like there's just 4 people left to go here, and I don't think that they're going to be qualifying. None of them have loaded up on track. So with that is going to conclude our qualifying as far as I know. And let's go ahead and bring up Mitchell Muma, who qualified in first. Let's bring up, where is he? Ah, there he is. Mitchell, so up in the booth, do you read me?
Hey, what's up? I hear you.
Well, you just qualified on pole so far in our qualifying session here at Martinsville. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I love this track, man. I ran a lot of laps here over the years, and it's always been my fave. Now, my only concern is Brandon Huff's really good here. He's way better than me here, and he hasn't qualified yet. So that's what my big concern is. Just that's my fear is losing the pole. So.
Well, you're already going to get your interview anyway, so you got that locked in at least.
Yeah.
I was going to say I do have the advantage of seeing who is on track and who isn't, but it looks like, of course, as soon as I bring you up, he does go on track.
Okay, he's probably hearing me right now. We have a live reaction of what is going to be happening here. You're going to hear it. Yeah, he's really good here. I feel pretty confident for tonight. I just know the track's going to be changing, so we got to keep up with that. And just not making any mistakes is going to be the key to success here at Martinsville.
That makes a lot of sense. I mean, I do have to ask, though, aside from Brandon, who it looks like right now, because I have a bit more insight than you do with my overlays and stuff, he has not still set a lap time. He's going to be starting from the rear. Aside from him, what is your main concern?
Staying out of trouble. That's just my biggest fear is making a bad pit call and going in mid-pack, and that's when all hell's going to break loose. Just, keeping that truck clean and nice and clean throughout the race. That's going to be the key.
Absolutely. I mean, 20 cars on this super tight paperclip oval is going to be absolutely monstrous to try to keep these things under control. But clearly, you have a really good lap time set, and do you think you can keep that up consistently to give yourself a really good race finish?
I think so. I think as long as I'm focused and I hit my marks right, I think I'll be able to click off pretty relevant times throughout the race. This is awesome. I think it might be my first pole of the year, so I'm pretty stoked.
Well, congratulations. You've absolutely deserved it after that wonderful performance. Now, before I let you go, is there anything you want to say to our audience?
I want to thank my team. Thank you for all the owners that pro in this league. I'm excited for it, and if you're all listening and want to join, we're always looking for more members. So,
All right, thank you very much for your time and good luck.
thanks, Noah.
All right, that was the number 30 of Mitchell Muma, currently qualified in pole. I shouldn't say currently. We're now into our race session right now as our drivers are heading towards the grid. He maintains the pole position with Derek Stanley on his outside. So, let's go ahead and give a run through your field here tonight at Martinsville. Honestly, I'm excited just to see what everybody's going to be able to do. You know, it's such a challenging track, and we've seen a really good show of performances from so many people at this racetrack. So let's go ahead and bring up that race session and go ahead and take a look. All right, so starting on pole, who we just talked to, that's the number 30 of Mitchell Muma. Then on his outside, that is going to be Derek Stanley. Heading into the second row on the inside lane, that's going to be number 20 of Brady Floyd, and Matthew Oliveira is going to be on his outside. Third row, inside lane, that is going to be Brett Taylor, and then on his outside is going to be the 48 of Quinn Gingrich. Going down now into the fourth row, we head onto the inside in seventh place position. That's the number 64 of Brett Murphy. On his outside is going to be the 38 of Sean Howell. Fifth row, inside lane, that is going to be Justin Bruins, and then on his outside is Jeremy Jones. Sixth row, inside lane, that's Lucas Strayer right there in that 41. He's always really distinctive with those pink numbers, so I'm glad that he's done something to make him stand out just a little bit more here in our crowd of great race car drivers. Then on his outside, that's the number 16 of Ben McDonald. Looking further down the field in the seventh row, inside lane, that's Clint Spillman there in the 88. Honestly, he put a wonderful performance on over on Eldora, so I would love to see what he's able to do at another short track, but this time on asphalt, not dirt. Eighth row, inside lane, that's the number 12 of Gavin Jones. Looks like I made a mistake. That's supposed to be on Clint's outside. There we go. Call back up now. Inside, there we go. 02 of Tyrone Yo. I believe that's how you pronounce that. I do need to double check with him later on and not just take people's words for it. But he's going to be there in that 02 Miller Lite machine on the inside lane, and on his outside is going to be the number 9 of Brandon Hoff. And then finally bringing up towards the rear of the field, that is going to be Will Cloud, currently starting in 17. 18th goes to Jacob McMillan, and 19th of Jesse Atkinson. That's your field here tonight at Martinsville. Honestly, I'm excited to see what everyone can do at the short track. It's going to be a wonderful show. I just hope that they're able to put on something that everyone wants to watch. No one likes to see a giant caution fest, and a sleep schedule certainly doesn't. So with the pace car off now, as we head through turn 3 and 4, Mitchell Muma leads us to green. There it is, restart zone and green flag, and away we go here at Martinsville. Whoa, big shake of the tires, and they're already wrecking. All right, that did not take long, and we are under caution here, and it looks like I wasn't even, my overlays weren't even ready for it. I know when I talked to my overlays guys with, that's Pierce Graphics over there with Chris Pierce, he said that he programmed the green flag animation to start going on cautions so that I could do the nice big blow up green flag, but it looks like the cautions one was not ready for that because yeah, I don't think anyone really expects a lap 1 caution except at Martinsville. So alright, we're gonna go ahead and pause right here and go ahead and take a look, and I'll be right back. All right, I got it right here. Let's go ahead and bring that up. Okay. So as we follow along right here, you're going to see, looks like Derek Stanley gets really loose, as does Brett Murphy there in the 64. He slows way down, checks up the field, but Derek Stanley gets, clips the wall, then Oliveira gets into him. He spins down low, collides into Brady Floyd, and that spins him out. Moves him very far down the field. Everyone checks up a bit more there with how Brett was sliding, and then Brett had to slide to a stop. Is there 3 there? Lucas Strayer and the 0-2 of Tyrone Yo stop there on the front stretch. All right, well, that's currently been our race. Mitchell Muma got a wonderful start, and now he's got Oliveira going to be on his outside and Brett Taylor right behind him. So with that, well, that's been your first couple laps of Martinsville. Let's see. I normally, under caution, I'd be able to bring someone up and talk about how they were able to do under their performance and stuff like that, but I mean, we didn't get through the first turn. I can't talk about someone's wonderful start. We didn't really see anybody have, some 8,000 place jump or anything. Well, we're just going to be waiting here under caution before we head back into green, which will not be long, thankfully. That is the one good thing about these Martinsville laps, is that, on the track it seems like they take forever, but up in the booth here, as you guys are all following along with me, they are quite short. So we can go ahead and take a look at some different cameras now. At least we get a bit of a refresh of the field as it is. You can see how your places are currently looking there over on the left-hand side of your screen, as the guys that were super close to going a lap down and ones involved and stuff are now going to be able to get by the pace car as the lights are out. There it is. That's the new iRacing pace car that came out last build. And there it is. Now it's going into the pits. Looks pretty good. I think it needs a little bit of work. It's not my favorite looking thing, but I'd say it looks pretty good. All right, here we go. And it looks like these guys are going early. They're not going to wait till that restart zone. The restarts are on the leader, but there is the official green flag. Away we go. Mitchell Muma gets off to a fantastic start. Oliveira is stuck on the outside as Brett Taylor shoots up the inside. He's going to squeeze him into the wall a little bit, but he's able to keep it clean now as we head down into turns 3 and 4 to enter lap 8 of 100 here at Martinsville. Oliveira was having some struggles in practice earlier today, keeping it off the wall and keeping the car under control, but it looks like right now, where he's got fresh tires and a really competitive, stance, I think he's going to hold up okay so far. That's going to be the number 38 of Sean Howell by. He's going to be able to file back down and put a big old block on Quinn Gingrich there and not let him through. Well, it looks like I was wrong about one thing at least. That is the number 9 of Brandenhoff already up to 8th position. He started from very far in the rear, not exactly last place, but he had jumped up a lot, and he now has the fastest lap as he moves to the outside there on the number 16 of Ben McDonald, who now Ben throws a block. He's not going to let him through that easily. I believe Brandon won a top split in the NASCAR Road to Pro. Can't confirm that. I would recommend someone goes ahead and fact checks that. However, that is an impressive feat nonetheless of being able to win a split in the NASCAR Road to Pro series. So, especially at Martinsville, just what a tricky track this is. So to have someone so talented here able to join us here in the Tuesday Night Truck League as Ben McDonald goes around. That is the number 16 of Ben McDonald stopped on the racing surface down low as the caution comes out here at Martinsville. Brady Floyd still holds the fastest lap of the race so far. We caught that in real time. It looks like he got a bit of a check up and then got collided into. We're going to go ahead and take a quick pause once again and go ahead and take a look at that, and then we'll actually be able to bring someone up this time by. So I'll be right back. All right, I got it right here. Let's go ahead and head on inside and see what's going on here. We head now into turn number 3. It looks like the 81 stops a lot sooner than he was expecting, so he locks up the brakes. The number 9 gets around him. He just slides. That's what happens when you lock up your brakes at a track like this. You kind of just, there's nowhere really to go, so he slides down into the infield. But the good part is for Ben here is that he allowed his car to just rest on the bottom there. That gave everyone a chance to get around. The only way that someone would crash into him would either be at the start or if they're really not paying attention. So that's good on Ben there. And the good part for him also is he did not really get a lot of damage from that. I think we see a little, tiny little scrape there on the front left. So that's good for him not being in a really unfortunate spot after such an unfortunate collision that is now going to be putting him towards the rear of the field. Alrighty, we can see Ben there. He's up into 14th now. We're going to pop over and bring someone up here. We're going to bring up the number 9 of Brendan Huff as he's able to come up and make a fantastic performance off of that start. Let's see if I can find him there. There he is. I've talked about somebody to rearrange this Discord, make it easier to grab people. Brendan, it's open the booth. Do you read me?
Yes, I got you.
All right, well, you just came from really far back in the back, all the way back up to 7th. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling pretty good. 15 laps in, and I'm up, 9 spots? So, it's I avoided the first lap wreck, and then, I was just biding my time and trying to save tire and hopefully get a green flag run. And got that caution. Now I'm bunched back up. So hopefully I can gain a few spots here, settle in top 5 maybe, and, try to go after the lead later on in the race.
That makes a lot of sense to me. I think everyone in here knows that you're a pretty good iRacer out there, and you've been running in the Road to Pro Series. Is it true that you won a higher split here at Martinsville?
2 years ago I did. In 2019, I won the second split Road to Pro race here at this track. So I love this racetrack. We just had Road to Pro here about 2 weeks ago. I was running second in the second split, and unfortunately got jumped in the race, but I love this racetrack. This is like probably my best and favorite racetrack. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the race. It's gonna be fun.
All right, that sounds like a really good show to me. Thank you very much for your time. Is there anything you want to say before I let you go?
Thank you to Broadcast for you putting it on, and hopefully this is clean.
All right, thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you.
All right, that was the number 9 there. I am glad to see that he's doing so well already. And you could definitely tell that change in voice as he's going from caution mode now into green flag mode. Is here they go down the backstretch. You keep an eye on that. It looks like everyone is too wide out in front. What a good show we see as Mitchell Muma currently is trying to take away as much of a run as he can get. Oh boy, they're getting pretty close back there as they now head into turns 1 and 2. Once again, Sean Howell able to etch out just ever so slightly. Brett Taylor as they go too wide once again, a little bit further back there. You can see how the 38 goes and covers up his inside. He's not going to try to let the 23 try to slide up in and pull a slide job on him. He doesn't want him to do that. So that's why he was able to pull such a clean move and not let anyone by. That's going to keep our positions going. And the only way I think Brett Taylor is going to be able to get through right now is to put the bumper to him. But that would bring out a caution, and I don't think these guys want that. They want the green flag runs. They want to be able to, use their strategies that they have in their mind and going to do anything that they can to keep moving. Not too far behind, though, we see that Quinn Gingrich, I don't know why I started with the wrong syllable there. Anyway, he leaves the inside open, but he blocks it there on Brendan Huff. He's not going to let him through. And that is going to be creating more of a queue now as we look towards the rest of the field. Everyone's starting to run a little bit more single file now. They're not all quite as bunched up anymore, too wide. However, it is still something to keep in mind right now, as anyone is going to be looking for any opportunity they can to get through. So I think we just saw Lucas Dre there, yep, looking onto the inside of Ben McDonald. He's not quite able to do it in that turn, but that's going to be something we're going to watch as well now as we head through one more time. Muma has been so far able to pull away as we enter lap number 23 as soon as we cross the start-finish line. Once again, you got your top 5, yeah, all right up there. They're starting to really put some distance on to the rest of the pack right there. You can see a difference there as Brandon Huff goes to the outside of the number 48, Quinn Gingrich. He got bored of waiting for him, and he didn't want to spin him. He's just going to move to the outside and take whatever move he can. He just went. Let's go and bring up that driver information there. He went from super far in the rear of the field now all the way up into 4th. Man's on a move. Yeah, started 16th and now up into 4th. That's impressive. little bit of damage there on the right side of his truck, though. I think a lot of people were having just a little bit of bumps and scrapes on their trucks right now. Just from, you know, trying to get by in, like, weird spots and tiny little collisions with each other. It happens. I mean, the truck damage model can definitely be a little bit interesting when you see that kind of stuff. As we head into turns 1 and 2, once again, we see these guys trying not to run too aggressively with each other. They're trying to pull away right now. Your top two, that's Mitchell Muma and Sean Howell, which are following along with right now. They're in the number 38. All right, that's Brandon Hoff now onto the inside. He just got through there. Off of turns 4. Now he's going to be leading Brett Taylor going into 3. That's 16th up into 3rd. All right, now Sean Howell's got something to worry about. He's got to watch that rear view mirror. He does not want to let that 9 through. He's want to keep those points as much as he can. As is Mitchell Muma, who right now is running in a really great spot. You know, started from pole. He's been able to defend it. He said he likes this track, and it is showing. That 30 Toyota Tundra has been able to be dominant so far here at Martinsville. He's kept everything under control. Nobody's gotten through. On 2 restarts, I think he's got this thing in the bag if he can hold on to it. This is 38, looking low. He goes up to block, and once more, he's not going to let Brandon Hoff get through that easily. See this battle starting to heat up just a little bit more now as they get a bit closer to each other. They're not going to keep it clean for long. Mesa 9 looking to the outside. He's not making a move quite yet, but he's got to make that 38 just a little bit nervous, knowing that it's going to be any moment now that 9 Chevrolet Silverado is going to look for his way through, whether it be directly through or around. He looks to the inside there as they go. Oh, goodness, that is close. Yep, there he goes. That's the number 9 leading out of 4, now up into 2nd position. Brandon Hoff clearly showing his dominance. Mitchell Muma, who has been leading every single lap of this race so far, has now got a real threat behind him. All right, so can he get 33 laps led? That's going to be the question here going through this turn, is how high is that lead lap count going to be? He's able to keep it, but looks like it's going to stop there at 33 as the number 9 looks to the inside. That's going to allow them to get closer. The 38 slides up just a little bit. I think there was a tiny bit of contact between the 38 of Sean Howell and the number 30 of Mitchell Muma now as they break each other. Ooh, you can see just how close they are. Ooh, bit of contact with the curb there. The number 30, that's going to slow the both of them down, allow the 9 truck to run away with this thing. Well, the good part now for Mitchell Muma now is he's going to have a little bit of a draft being able to punch in. I know it's Martinsville. You're not really going to get a draft. But as I know Stephen Black would often say to one of our drivers who's currently pretty far down the field, he can just see the air. But I think this is going to be the kind of spot that Mitchell Muma is going to really hope for if he's going to try to get anywhere right now, is to follow along as close as he can, see what he can pick up. I mean, he's running in 2nd place. I don't think that you can be disappointed with that. But he's losing that time on the leader fast. Caution comes out here at Martinsville. Give me just a moment. We'll go ahead and take a look at that. Just a moment. All right, that took me a minute to find, but I got it here. They kept it pretty well under control and did not let anything too bad happen here. So let me go ahead and bring that up now so that we can go ahead and take a look and see what happened. You can see a little bit of net code there as the 88 gets into the 28 and spins him around really fast. However, the 28 there of Justin Grims was able to recover really well. No major damage. Looks like everyone was able to get away from that one okay, but you can see just how I say that, but it looks like that might have a bit more damage than I thought. So, well, that's where we are here at Martinsville. Give me one more moment. We're going to go back up to the time. All right, we're back now into our race. They're currently looking a bit all over the place as we have the pace car lights out, as it took me a little bit to find where that caution was. We're not going to have time for an interview this time through. However, we are going to be entering lap number 40. I don't think that they're going to be extending the caution, as that will count as your stage as we cross the lap, I believe. We'll see if they throw out the caution again. His car is off now as we head through the final two turns. Brendan Hoff leads your field with Mitchell Muma on the outside. Third place is going to go to Sean Howell. Brett Taylor on his outside. They head to the restart zone, and green flag it is at Martinsville. But whoa, big wave there. We saw it at the 80 with Clint Spillman, that red truck. A little bit further down the line. Uh-oh, the Mitchell Muma has it. That inside wide open. Sean Howell is looking interested. He's going to try to take it. Oh, Clint. Oh, my goodness. The 48 just got punted right there across the pit lane. No caution. Oh, there it is. Caution comes out. Jesse Atkinson, a bit of a slide there. Whoa. Okay, give me a moment. We're going to take a look at that, and that will be at least easy to find. Give me 1 second. Let's go ahead and take a look at that a bit closer. Okay, got it real close right up here. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. So it looks like they are going to throw the caution there on lap number 40 due to this. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what happens here. We head down the backstretch. We head into there. It looks like he breaks. The 12 was not expecting it, and that means he just gets straight punted through the pit lane. Oh, man. That is a tough hit that he got from Gavin Jones there, and it looks like the 12 had to check up real hard. He got a little bit into contact and some other people up there. We can see as they go 3 wide on exit, Jesse Atkinson gets super scared and has to weave his truck to save it, but he does. And wow, that is unfortunate for Quinn Gingrich right there. It got a huge rear end bump, and that is not going to be helping his chances right now, as we are about to head into our playoffs very shortly, so he's going to want to keep an eye on that. All right, so as we head back in now, Dave, good to see you. He needs some okay on that one. Well, Brady Floyd leads the field with Matthew Oliviero right behind him right now, as a lot of these guys are going into the pits. Let's go and bring up your pit board to see who's in there. And yes, it's everybody. So with a lot of drivers in the pits, that is going to leave into question what is going to be the main strategy call, and who's going to be the one benefiting the most right now. Brady Floyd has already pit in, so he might be set on fuel at this point. You know, he might be just completely ready to go and ready to save his tires and is not too worried about what happens next. Matthew Olivier, though, only one pit stop, as does Jeremy Jones. However, we just saw Brendan Hoff right there in that number 9 truck go through the pit lane. He's going to be coming back, and we know that he has fresh tires, full load of fuel. He's ready to go for as long as possible. Brendan came from 16th up to lead some laps and is now back down into 4th after that pit cycle. So let's go ahead and see what happens here. I'm excited to see what everybody can do, even with the bit of damage that we're seeing right there on Oliviera in the 57 Camping World truck. All right, we go around the final turn here at the Highfields Golf Club 100. That's 100 laps here at Martinsville, not 100 miles. And they hit the green flag zone, and away they go. Brady Floyd leading the field. Brady Floyd getting a really good jump there. He's been able to pull away really well so far. I mean, he's got clearly a lot of grip and speed in that truck. as they go 2 wide right behind him. That's the 57 and the 81 trying to battle there for second place. Olivier cuts off Jeremy Jones for second position as Brendenhoff now looks to the inside. He's going to shoot it up on Jeremy Jones. All right, Olivier has been fast so far. He's been having a little bit of trouble holding on to, which I said earlier on in this race with practice especially. But it looks like he's got control. Brady Floyd blocks out wide. He's not going to let him through. That makes it 2 wide for the 3 wide for the lead we just saw right there. Brendenhoff moving to the inside. He moved that thing fast, but I don't know if Brady Floyd's going to take it. I mean, he just completely dove out to block him, as now here at the Highfields 100. Collision there between the 20 and 57, a bigger collision, but they're able to keep it under control. No huge checkup from the field. They got it under control. That is a scary moment there as Brady Floyd is fighting for that second place position tooth and nail as they head through turns 3 and 4 to go into lap number 50 here at Martinsville. Halfway through this race, and we've already had a lot of incidents between drivers. I think this is where you see that phrase of it's just short track racing and tempers flaring. That's where it's going to be. I don't know what Brady Floyd's feeling in that car right now, but that's something we're going to have to find out right now as they go 2 wide right now for third place position. That's the 38 of Sean Howell and 57 of Matthew Olivier. Someone that's not been doing too hot recently right now, that's Jeremy Jones falling back. Same with Mitchell Muma. But it looks like Jeremy Jones is struggling just a little bit more as Mitchell's been able to catch up as much as possible. Brett Murphy a bit on a move as well, but you know, running mid-pack right now. That's where the danger zone really is and where you want to be the most careful. Someone that's doing real good right now, that has to be the number 41 of Lucas Strayer. He got involved very early on in that caution. He had to slam on his brakes and make sure that he did not get too damaged on that first lap caution. But right now, he's back up into 6th position after running towards the back all race. Lucas Strayer is looking very competitive. Well, popping back up to the front, we see right now that Brandon Hoff is currently checked out and is running away from Brady Floyd. However, Brady is still putting up a huge fight right now for second place, making sure that Sean Howell does not get through. He's going to do anything he can to make sure of that fact. Bit of a wave there we just saw out of Brett Taylor. And the number 23, I wonder if he's losing tire grip now. Just that little bit more than some of these other guys. I mean, if you're really aggressive on your tires, you're going to be fast, but only fast for a certain amount of time. As when you start full throttling out of these turns, you're just going to get wheel spin and spin. That is the difficult thing to manage in these trucks, is that wheel spin coming out of these turns. I mean, that's why, you know, these are so much different than the Cup cars. The Cup cars, they just have a lot. As Lucas Strayer skims the wall there, as he's got Mitchell Moom on his inside. You're absolutely right, Dave. There's some fantastic racing going on as Brendan Hoff sets the fastest lap of the race so far, a 19.466. What a lap. As he is now officially checked out, almost getting a second space between him and Brady Floyd. Looks like your leaders here are completely going away, as now your second and third spots are about over a second now from 4th place. I mean, what a gap that they're currently, you're showing. It's really showing the, I don't want to say the skill gap, but right now the what these guys are able to do here at this racetrack based on their current conditions, what they know, who they're racing against. Right now, it's being really beneficial for them, as these guys are really able to hold it together. I won't lie, I think this is probably the most green flag laps I've seen at Martinsville in a very long time. As Sean Howell looks to the inside of Brady Floyd, is he going to make it? Oh, he's not going to make it this turn. As Brady Floyd covers that bottom, he's going to make sure that Sean Howell cannot get through this time. However, that damage that Brady Floyd has, I mean, it doesn't seem too bad, but it must be slowing him down just that little bit, and I don't think it's helping. A little bit further down the field right now, we're seeing a battle take place for 7th position. And I shouldn't say just for 7th right now. This is for anywhere from between 5th and 9th. You know, a lot of these guys are really close up together. They've been swapping positions back and forth. You can see those glowing red-hot brakes coming out of that 81 truck right there. It really shows as he has black rims compared to everyone else, which I think is running stock or colored. I mean, the brakes here, I mean, these trucks are not easy to slow down. I mean, you got a almost 3,000-pound stock truck coming through these turns that you have to go from probably 150-ish down to about 50, and they have to get around these corners multiple times. I mean, it's going to be a very intense battle. As Jacob McMillan, I believe, was scrubbing the wall there as he's trying to fight right now between him, Clint Spillman, and Quinn Gingrich right now. Honestly, if anybody's scared of anything right now, I would be Quinn Gingrich and terrified of Clint Spillman after that incident that we saw just a little while ago going through the pit lane. You know, trying to slow down for 3 and 4, then all of a sudden getting punted across the race course. That is scary. Scary stuff. Hopping up a little bit further right now, we see a battle taking place right now for 5th position. That's Mitchell Movement looking to the inside of the number 57 of Matthew Oliveira. He's got it. He's got the inside lane. They're leaving the turn. We see a bit of a scrub of the wall there from Jeremy Jones as Lucas Strayer gets on through. Lucas Strayer up into 7th. Mitchell Muma up into 5th. I was seeing some rumblings earlier on in this race that Lucas Strayer has had enough and he's going to try to take out Brett Murphy. However, it looks like he's already got past him, and I don't think he's trying to take him out for right now. So I think that's something we don't really need to look out for. Looking up a little bit further, we're seeing this battle for 2nd place continuing to play out. Sean Howell chasing down Brady Floyd. He has not let up once. And another person that's not let up, that has to be Brandon Howell, who is currently running away with this thing. 3-second gap between him and Brady. You know what? We're going to take a moment and listen to how he runs this truck through these turns. We're going to watch from the perspective that the camera that sits on the inside of the truck and see what he's really doing here as we're about to enter lap number 69 here at Martinsville. Lap 69 right here. He's going to be working around some lapped vehicles. We're showing the blue flag right now to make sure he gets through. That is the 28 of Justin Bruins that we're going to be passing right now. As you follow along, you can hear that throttle control. I'd say we would hear it a little bit more if we weren't being slowed down right now by the truck out in front. But it's all about the application of the throttle and how smooth you can be very close. We're seeing right there, that is the 28 not letting him by. It seems slowing down to give a little bit of a gap so he can catch up. Very smooth movements on that wheel. That's making the difference as we enter lap number 71. This number 9 Chevrolet Silverado has dominated this race, currently leading the most laps. I don't think that anyone has a challenge right now unless there's another caution that comes out. This number 9 truck is running away with this thing. Sean Howell was able to get by Brady Floyd during that time. The 38 Toyota Tundra was able to get through, and he's now going to be trying to chase down the best he can of Brandon Howell. That gap with that lap truck and getting through past Brady Floyd has reduced the gap down from 3 seconds to 2.6. Continue to race here at Martinsville. This is the Highfields Golf Club 100. I want to thank our sponsor for being out here tonight so far. I mean, it's been real cool that so many people have been able to sign on and just be ready to sponsor here. With TNT is Lucas Strayer. Clips the inside curb there as he slams into the number 57 of Matthew Olivier. Not intentional. You can tell he's just trying to cut that bottom and be as fast as possible. Now Lucas has got Jeremy Jones on his bumper once more, and he lost a position. That is intense and something that happens a lot when you have those kind of turtle curves. You got to be careful of it. It's super common and super easy to do. I think that surprise Pikachu face was probably his face right there as he hit that curve and ended up losing that position. He did not mean to do it. He's just trying to race hard and make up positions, but it's something that happens. He's doing his best to put the pressure on right now to get by, but, I mean, that's kind of it. This is what Martinsville really is if you're not door slamming people to try to get through or, you know, hitting the rear bumper. It's trying to chase down the person as best you can as we see a bit of collision there between Quinn Gingrich and Jeremy Jones. Now right behind, this is a decent battle that we're seeing right now for 8th place. Lucas Strayers, a bit of a slide there. These guys are losing control of their cars heading down the straights. Like I was talking about, a handful of laps ago as Quinn Gingrich moves to the outside of Jeremy Jones. He gets through. Keep in mind, that's for 8th place. Ooh, bit of a move down there from the 81 as Brett Murphy is going to take advantage best he can, but it looks like he just didn't have it in him to try to slide up the inside and take it away. Round 3 and 4 they go. Heading down the front stretch once again, Jacob McMillan super close from getting a big old bumper from the 88 of Clint Spillman right there. You can see your 4 cars right here from 10th through, 10th through 13th, and I think Jesse Atkinson is not too far away. Ben McDonald there also joining in the battle. What am I missing here? Who's not supposed to be in this? Huh. Okay. Weird. Anyway. So what happens when I'm tired. I just lose track of how certain numbers are working. Thanks very much for the host, Dave. I appreciate it. Thank you. Make sure you go follow and subscribe to Frankenstein Metalworks if you haven't already. He's been getting a little bit of rumbles as there's a huge wreck back there. Clint Spillman in the wall. No caution? No caution. Huge wreck into the wall. He's going to pull down to get out of the way as he's smoking real bad as they get on by. We're going to go and take a look at that real quick. Even though it is green flag runs, I want to go take a look at that. But as I was saying before, make sure you go check out Dave's stuff on there. He's made some really great content in the past, so you know, and he ran a great sponsorship for one of our series too, so I know he'd appreciate it, and I certainly would. All right, we're gonna head through now. Here, let's go and see what happens. It looks like he loses control of the car. He snaps there. We're gonna rewind right here. I don't like to rewind on camera too much, but we're just gonna have to do it in this case. He rides through there, just locks it up. Yep, right into the wall. Huge damage, nobody's fault. It's the kind of thing that you see happen all the time at a track like Martinsville. You know, super heavy braking zones, and it's just the stuff that happens. We're back here racing, still green. No caution came out of that, which is interesting. I will say I would have figured a caution would came out, but I think iRacing controls them, and iRacing just didn't call it. He was even stopped on the racing course. I don't know. Maybe they determined the bottom line a bit more, like it's so heavily dominant that nobody's ever really outside. He leaves the pits, though. It looks like he was able to get a faster pair. He's got a competitive truck once again. He's just got to be annoyingly 2 laps down for him. He's got quite a ways to go if he's going to try and get himself on lap, and he's got to hope for a caution, especially as the number 9 truck is right there behind him, but at least he has all fresh equipment. Rounding through the backstretch, Brandon Houff continues to lead this race. There has not really been too much of a shakeup from that. Nobody really got into anybody else, and all the gaps are quite close, really. You know, looking a bit further back, though, we see Sean Howell and Brady Floyd. I mean, they've even spaced out a lot, and that was a huge battle we saw for a very long time. Lucas Strayer is, you know, he's under a little bit of pressure there from Quinn Gingrich, but I think your closest battle we're going to see right here is being Matthew Oliveira holding up Brett Murphy. I mean, I think that's the closest we're going to see right now, as Brett is now looking to see if he can get through. This is kind of if you're going to make a move, this has to be it. As he slides there, that means he's going to move out of the way, and Jacob McMillan is going to be totally willing to shoot up on the inside there and get himself a little bit further up if possible. You know, it's not I made the top 10 finishing 10th, it's I'm top 10, I'm 9th. As he slides by Brett Murphy, and it now looks like Jeremy Jones is going to look on the inside of Brett too. Unfortunate, a simple lockup a couple laps ago and a skim of the wall is going to put him multiple places down from where he started. It's rough, but it's the kind of stuff that happens, especially at a track like Martinsville. It'd be the equivalent of essentially letting up at Daytona, just letting off the throttle completely. He's going to be able to slide in there in front of Ben McDonald, number 16. Just a little bit further up, the person that's been able to hold their position so far has been Matthew Oliveira. Once he's fallen down to here, he has not been giving it up to anybody, that is for sure. And as soon as I say that, huge look to the inside there from Jacob McMillan. He's going to ride that bottom lane. He's not going to let it be taken easily as Oliveira scrapes the wall. That's Jacob McMillan now to the inside with his Rick Ware, number 21, Napa Auto Parts machine. He slides through, and he's going to get that position. That is going to be 8th there for Jacob McMillan. That's official. But he's still got a big threat, that 57 on his outside. I want to thank the guys over at TNT who really made the contingencies official and stuff. They put, a big old Forkloak Media banner there as the official contingency. And I appreciate that, guys. That's cool. Heading down the backstretch here at Martinsville, Jacob McMillan takes that 8th place position. Other than that, everyone else is pretty spaced out. I don't have too much to say here in our last few laps as Brandon Houff has led a majority of these after Mitchell Mumo was dominating the first couple. Well, he's got this. I think if anyone's going to take home this win, it has to be Brandon right now. I don't think anyone has a big enough run on him. There has to be an accident here with a lapped car for anything to really change. Gavin Jones, I imagine, is going to be letting Brandon by soon. I mean, he is currently down, although he did put up a huge fight at Talladega. It's weird to see him down already here at Martinsville, but that's the kind of stuff that happens. Some of these guys are just so good at some type of slow racing and just not at others, as caution comes out here on lap number 96. I heard that one. That was in 4. We're going to be right back and go ahead and take a look at that. All right, I got it. So, of course, as soon as I leave it alone, that's when things really start to spice up here. Of course, that's the Martinsville kind of way. We're following along with the number 57 of Matthew Oliveira heading into turn number 3. Brakes hard for the corner. I don't see anything going wrong quite yet. It looks like Jeremy Jones just doesn't brake. Full throttle, slams into him, takes him out. And from what I've been seeing so far, I mean, I don't know. That's a lot out of Jeremy Jones so far, and that's a bit aggressive and a bit much. So he's got to be in the pits after that one, and well, he's definitely going to be on route for repairs. That is for sure. Well, after that one, that is going to make it so that Brandon Houff has a big run to the finish. He is going to be under threat from Sean Howell, Brady Floyd, and Brett Taylor, all right on his tail. No one is going to let him through very easily, that is for sure. Let's see, who do we bring up right now? I really brought Brandon up a little bit earlier on. My dogs keep entering my room. Please stop. All right, let's bring up someone that has been able to come back in a really strong way. I want to bring up Lucas Strayer, who got involved in that lap 1 incident wreck, and I want to see how he was able to do that. So let's go and bring him up and see what he thinks. Lucas, it's open the booth. Do you read me?
Hello, what's up, dude?
Well, after that lap 1 incident that put you, in a really tough spot, you've gotten up to 5th. How are you feeling?
Oh, I feel terrible. I mean, I've raced my way through the field, and I'm happy for that, but, I do not deserve to be up this high. I'm expecting to be fully sent and fully crashed by the end of this green white checkered.
Well, I mean, hopefully it can only be one time. I know that we have opportunity for more than that, but I hope it stays low. I mean, you guys, everyone has been running a great race so far. We've seen a super long green flag stretch. I don't think I've seen such a long green flag stretch in Martinsville.
Yeah, that's what I love about this league. We created, we got some great racers in here. They're very clean racers. Like, we have fun. Like, come on, it's a Martinsville race. We went, 55 laps green? Like, that's insane.
Yeah, almost unheard of.
Yeah, but I'll try my best here, dude. But stick around and enjoy the show. I think all the viewers will enjoy what happens here.
I think that is going to be true no matter what happens. What is your biggest worry right now?
I'm just worried about getting sent. I'm going to try my best to stay off of Brady, but hopefully I don't get sent from behind, and so we'll see. But yeah, just want to say thanks to my sponsors, Grit and Sean, and thank you, Noah, for doing this podcast. We're going to go green, and we're going to give it to them.
All right, that sounds great to me. Thank you very much for your time, and good luck.
No problem. Thanks, man.
All right, that was the number 41 of Lucas Strayer. Able to come back and get himself in a fantastic spot. I'm excited to see what he's going to be able to do. I mean, he definitely deserves a little bit of a highlight there. You know, being able to be so competitive. Okay, apparently I'm behind. Anyway, we're in green flag. Brandon Hoff is off to a great start. I thought my apologies. Brady Floyd sends it up on the inside on Brett Taylor. Brett Taylor into the wall. Lucas Strayer just gets through. Mitchell Luma able to check up the rear of the field there as they slide out. That's Jacob McMillan involved. I know that for sure. Huge wreck there. Clint Spillman too. Wow. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at that before we head into our second green white checkered attempt. All right, let's go ahead and bring that up right here. I've got it right on camera. Let's go ahead and see what happened. We head down the front backstretch. My apologies. Here under our caution, it looks like Mitchell Muma gets into the Quinn Gingrich, but Ben McDonald looks like he just wasn't able to slow down fast enough. Gets to the inside of pit lane and just ends up clipping Jacob, who takes out Clint. I mean, that is unfortunate. Like, that's the kind of stuff that happens here. The 0-2 of Tyrone Yo was able to slow down right in time, which is good. No damage on him, which is good to see. All right, now let's see. Who else can we bring up now? Someone that's been able to run super far up in the front this entire time. That's Sean Howell in the 38. I want to give him a little bit of a shout out for being able to be like so strong and so competitive this entire race. Let's go ahead and find him in the Discord and bring him up here. There he is. Sean, let's open the booth. Do you read me?
Yeah, I gotcha.
You're currently running in second place at Martinsville, right behind Brandon Hoff, and you've been doing a wonderful race so far. How are you feeling?
I'm scared right now. Green-white checkered's always scary. I'm gonna be on the outside here. I gotta hope I can get a good start here like the last one and just make it back to the line at this point.
I mean, you've been doing a fantastic job so far, able to hold off Brady Floyd. I mean, you were able to even pull away from him pretty significantly, make your way through lap traffic. How have you been able to do it?
I just bought this track before this race, so I mean, I got it down pretty decent here. I'm not the fastest truck, but it seems like I'm the second fastest, so I just gotta hope things go my way here on this restart.
So what you're telling me is you're just a natural-born Martinsville racer? Nobody gets this track right before the race starts and then runs in second for a majority of it?
I wouldn't say that. I'm not a huge short track fan, at least on iRacing, and we're just hanging in there right now. We got no incident right now. Well, that's probably gonna change here shortly, but we'll hope not.
Well, here, maybe if I don't talk about it, it won't change it. So, as you continue on right now, are you excited to just at least be up front?
Yeah, we're about to go green here. So.
All right. Well, before I let you go, is there anything you want to say to our fans before I bring you down?
Hope everyone's enjoying the race.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Good luck.
Yep.
All right. That was number 38, Sean Howell. We're up to speed this time, so no worries about missing that at all. So, second green-white checkered attempt. Cars rounding turn 3 into 4 now. Brennan Hoff leads the field. And they go green here at Martinsville, hopefully for the last time. It's our green-white checkered. Brett blocks way low. That's Brett Taylor, not Brett Murphy. And they're dead again. Okay. All right, we're going to go ahead and bring that up. That was a hero move that he just tried to pull right there, as did everyone behind him. Let's go ahead and take a look at that one more time. Okay, I got it right here. Let's go ahead and bring that up and see what happened. Oh, not that. There we go. Okay, so we head on the restart right here. We're following along with the number 23. He comes down. brakes real hard. Looks like there's a bit of netcode there involved. Mitchell Muma gets into him. Looks like it slides up, takes out Queen Gingrich, and gets a big slide there onto, I believe that was, yep, that's Brett Murphy. Also involved. Then he pulls down in front of Clint Spillman. That was close. However, he did make it through. Unfortunate. I mean, that's just the kind of stuff you see here at short tracks. I mean, it's short track racing. You know, everyone says that. It's the stuff you see. But right now, that is where everyone is. This should be our last green-white checkered, if I'm not mistaken. And that is going to give us time to bring up another person. Let's go ahead and bring up... Well, Lucas Strayer up into 4th. Good for him. Let's go ahead and bring up Brady Floyd, currently running in 3rd. Is this Brady Floyd with ADRA SimSport?
This is.
All right, Brady, you're currently running in 3rd. How are you feeling?
Well, I need a win to get into the playoffs, and Brandon's got 6,000 something my rating, and Sean's better than me, so I'm gonna have to try to jump this restart. Maybe. Just, I don't know. I've got to do everything I can. That's not gonna happen, but.
Well, you've been running a great race so far. I mean, I don't think you could be too worried right now.
Well, I picked up some damage from Matthew Oliveira. I burnt my faster pair because of the lap 1 incident because of Matthew Oliveira, so unhappy with him, but I really would have liked to see what I would have been able to do on that run against Sean without some damage, but, you know, we're going to settle in here, try to make one last run at it.
Well, that sounds good to me. I mean, you've been putting on a wonderful show here at the audience. I mean, that huge fight you had there with Sean Howell, I believe it was, for 2nd place, that lasted at least 10 laps. How did that go for you?
Sean, I love racing Sean because he's class. So much respect from him. So much. I mean, we, like, for example, I block someone and they run through me. That's not okay. But if I block someone and they know they're not there, then he lets off and we continue the battle. And that's what really makes it a great battle, is just able to actually race someone. And Sean's able to do that. I'm happy that he's so fast. He's definitely much better than me tonight, but no, I absolutely love racing him, but we're 1 to green here, so.
All right, before I let you go, is there anything you want to say to our audience?
I bet we're not going to end this one under green.
All right.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for being here, Brady. I appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, that was the number 20 of Brady Floyd there in that number 20 Ford F-150. Cars rounding for now. They're going green here at Martinsville. Oh, big slide there we just see towards the back. I believe that was Jeremy Jones. Brady Floyd slides up into Lucas Strayer. Lucas Strayer moves himself up into 3rd position, getting by Brady. I think that's a contact for him, though. He's no longer in... Wait, was that Lucas that was incident free? No, that was Sean that incident free. They're all blending together now. Jesse Atkinson right now up into 6th. He's been running the rear the entire race. But we're on the white flag lap, and Brandon Hoff is leading the field as he heads into 4th. Sean Howell right behind Lucas Strayer in 3rd. Mitchell Muma running in 4th. And they come across the line, and Brandon Hoff wins the Highfields Golf Course 100. Well, that was a race. Big slide there out of Brandon. I think that might have been out of a bit of a celebration there. Yep, he's waving that tail around to that car. He is happy to have won that race. That was a longer one, and he crushed it here tonight. Absolutely able to dominate this race. Led so many laps. You know, it just was able to crush it. He holds the fastest lap of the race. I mean, come on, starting from 16th and getting all the way up here. You don't just do that normally. All right, well, that was Brandon Hoff there, able to secure that win. Very impressive. We saw some great racing. Absolutely, Dave. Great race. These guys put on a wonderful show here tonight at Martinsville. I'm very impressed and glad that it went so well. Honestly, it's rare. We get such a good Martinsville race. I mean, even some of the best leagues struggle at short track. So I'm glad that the Tuesday Night Truck League was able to really show how good they are with their, you know, prowess of respecting each other and able to put on a wonderful show here tonight as Brandon was able to take that win and everyone got a really good race in here tonight. So let's go ahead and bring up your third place finisher, Lucas Strayer. Lucas, it's no up in the booth. Do you read me?
I read you loud and clear.
You just got yourself a third place finish. It's not too long ago that we just talked.
Dude, I don't know how I managed that. I was fully expecting to get sent the first green white checker, then the second one, and then that third one. I'm like, I have a chance, and then I think Brady and Mitch got together and they hit me, and I'm coming up the court. I'm just hanging on for dear life. I don't know how. I don't care how. I got a third. I'm walking home like I won. I'm popping the champagne.
Well, now I gotta ask. I mean, you sound so over the moon about it, and I completely understand. A wonderful job that you just did, coming off of that lap 1 incident and now being able to secure a third place finish. What are you gonna do to celebrate?
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna go annoy Gavin. I don't really know. Maybe crack a beer. I don't know. I was expecting to get like crashed out this race. I didn't plan for this.
You know what? I don't think anyone really goes into these races, unless you're really cocky, planning to win. So, I mean, being able to get a wonderful podium finish after a, truly challenging race. There was a lot of great drivers in this race.
Oh, I know. I mean, we had Brandon, my Road to Pro driver. I spot for him, so I knew going in he was gonna dominate. I'm happy to be able to say, hey, your spotter finished behind you, not too far. But I knew he was going to dominate. Great race for Brandon and his whole team. Let's hear it. Taco Bell got a second and a third with Sean. That's great for our points thing. I know Gavin, Justin didn't. I mean, Justin got a top 10. Let's hear it for Justin. But great day for Taco Bell. Dude, I'm just ecstatic. I'm happy, man.
It's great to hear that in your voice, that you're just so happy to, finally get a really good position. I mean, especially at a short track like Martinsville, it's not easy.
Oh, not at all, man. But hey, we did it. We completed it. We did it. Thanks for broadcasting, dude. I'm gonna shout out more grit, more Sean Howell designs, and let's go party, man.
All right, I'm gonna let you go now. Thank you very much for your time, and congratulations.
Thanks, man. I'll talk to you later.
I'll see ya. That was the number 41 of Lucas Strayer. What a finish for him. I mean, great job. What a, last 2 laps. That big battle he had got himself a wonderful third place finish. Thank you very much for the 100 bits, Dave. I appreciate it. All right, let's go ahead and bring up Sean Howell, who finished up in second. Sean, it's no up in the booth. How you doing?
Better now that's over.
I mean, you don't sound so elated that you just got yourself an amazing second place finish.
Yeah, well, I'm leading the points. I have no wins though. I think it's either my third or my fourth second place finish. Just off just by that one spot. I was close. We just needed that one more.
I mean, you put on a wonderful show tonight. I mean, you had a huge battle with Brady Floyd towards the later mid stages of the race, and that lasted at least 10 laps, and you got yourself ahead in that. How did that go for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty clean race between me and him. I mean, it's typical Martinsville racing. There's little tapping here and there, but I mean, I think I might be one of the few ones out there that have a completely clean truck, no incident in that whole race. So that's the best you can get with them. If you could come home with Martinsville with a clean truck, that's a win in anyone's book.
Yeah, it looks like only one other person finished with a no-incident truck, and that was Jesse, I think? Yeah, I'll need to double-check that, but I think that might have been Jesse. But still, great job. I mean, what a dominant performance you're able to do. How did you, just be so fast?
It was just, we had a dime in the corner, and it was rolling the setup's pretty solid. It would roll off the bottom of the corner and it was able to carry speed pretty well, as long as you didn't, clip the apron and do anything weird. It was just, the truck was turning pretty well, and I was able to get under some people, just get under them off the corner, and then just be able to stay on their quarter pound into 3 and be able to make the pass going in the next corner.
Well, clearly it worked out all in your favor, and you got yourself a wonderful second place position. My apologies.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta ask, how are you gonna celebrate this P2?
Hopefully we'll go get a P1 next week.
All right. You know what? I think that's a very optimistic and good approach to a celebration.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you very much for your time. Is there anyone you want to thank here?
Just appreciate the admins, you, and all the sponsors that came on board that have put up this show for us. So thanks for everyone doing that.
All right, thank you very much for your time, Sean, and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, now it is time that I bring up your race winner. That's if I... Yep, there he is. I'm going to bring up your race winner, Brendan Howe, for winning here at Martinsville. Brendan, it's open the booth. Do you read me?
Yes, I do.
You just got yourself a race win by almost a second. How are you feeling?
Pretty good. It's a pretty fun race. I mean, from my vantage point, at least. I said to you, whatever lap that was, I think it was like lap 20 or 15. Just trying to, was going to bide my time, get to the top 5, and then hopefully get to the lead. And I got there. And the clean air is so important, even at Martinsville. Just the way the aero model works on iRacing now. You get out front, and it's like just 10 times better than it is when you're in traffic. So I was able to at least run my race, run my pace, and just drive away. And it was pretty fun.
I mean, it looked like you were definitely having a good time out there. I mean, you just kept pulling away, and it was going really well for you. I mean, consistent lines and tons of speed.
Yeah. Like I said, Martinsville is my favorite track, probably my best track. I don't know what it is about the place. I kind of just know the line. I know what you need. I know how to drive it. Know how to race people. I know where to pass, where to make moves. I don't know. It's just a really good track for me, and I think it showed tonight. Shows I feel like every time I'm at this track. So I got now 1 week I think at Rockingham to make up that ground into the top 20. So gonna hope to do that.
Well, I think if there's anyone in this field that can do it, it clearly has to be you after a really dominant performance that we saw over at Talladega as well. Just an unfortunate last lap crash that put you down a couple positions, and this week clearly being able to be at top of the field the entire time, coming from 16th up and to win the race in a super dominant performance. Is there anything you want to say to anybody out there?
Yeah, just like to thank everybody at Clearman Sport, the dev team, all my teammates. We do a lot of work. Coming up on our last Road to Pro race on Thursday, so looking forward to hoping to close out the season with a bang. I'm not hopefully going to go better than most of our races this season. Like to thank you, Noah, for the broadcast. Been great. Like to thank Brett for allowing me to join the league last week. It was it's fun with all these guys. I've raced with a lot of them for a long time, known a lot of them for a while. And, it's always good to race with people you know well, too. So, like I said, got 1 week left. I'm going to hope to either bring home a win or at least get myself into the top 20 and, try to race for a title.
That makes a lot of sense to me. Thank you very much for your time, and congratulations on the fantastic race win.
Thank you.
All right, that was the number 9 of Brendan Huff, who just won here at Martinsville. What a performance that he put on, being able to store a wonderful race win. I apologize. I have to keep reaching over. My dogs have decided that they want to go in and out. So, anyway, that's our race. That's been our race. Thank you very much to Highfields Golf Course for giving us a great sponsorship here tonight at Martinsville. I should give you a little bit more information, but that's up to Brett. But make sure you go follow TNT everywhere you can. Also, make sure you check out Fork Loke Media over on Instagram and then later YouTube for the VOD if it is not on Twitch a little bit later. I'll make sure I put up a nice good old post for Brandon after winning that race and maybe some quick race highlights. So, once again, thank you to everyone that has been here so far. I appreciate it. Thank you to Dave, who's always in our chat, especially here on these Tuesdays. It definitely helps bring a little bit more personality here. And, well, that's been it. Make sure you tune in next week for Rockingham, and then we're going to have a gap week there, and then we'll be heading into the playoffs. Make sure you check out this Saturday. I have a race coming up there with Street Stocks with Sterling Sim Racing. More information for that to come. Then Sunday is going to be off this week. Cascar does not have a race this weekend. So, that's been it. My name's Noah Walter here on twitch.tv/forklook, and you've just watched the Tuesday Night Truck League at Martinsville. Thank you very much for your time, and I'll see you guys all next time.